John Cena!
You know what time it is? It's time for Coastal TV episode number 2. Thanks for joining us.
Woohoo!
My name is Pete Magazoo, and with me today is our second host.
Hello, Coastal and community. Matthew Glancy here. How are you? I've missed you guys. Really, it's been a long time. It's been a whole week. Okay, so it is time for Coastal TV. This whole time spent here this morning is going to be connecting you with Coastal. So hopefully you guys are ready, excited. We got some exciting stuff. I'm personally excited. In fact, we're going to start out with the deep end.
That's right, flipping things around this week.
Yes. So we're going to start with the end first, the deep end. The deep start.
When you jump in the pool, the deep end's where it's at anyway. So
That's true. All right,
Yeah.
good point. Actually, I like that. I like that a lot. That's a good point. Okay,
the
so
diving board
the
out.
deep end. I would love to share something personally that actually is happening tonight with the youth ministry, and it's kind of been like a process. It's really cool. So the point of this, guys, is just to let you know what's going on in our ministry here, and just some really cool things that are happening. So, for instance, tonight we actually have Word of Life coming. I believe it's Revive band.
Let Us Adore or
Let Us
something?
Adore. Yeah. So it's going to be a Christmas program, but this is what's really cool. So the Christmas program here tonight is actually going to be ran by the student ministry. So from the CK all the way up to senior high, they're going to be ushering everything, taking offering. In fact, they're running a bake sale.
dang, they're taking all the money.
They're taking all the money.
Who's counting it?
I don't know. So I think I'm supposed to kind of be in charge of some of it tonight. So I probably should show up.
Probably
but
just
anyway,
taking that off.
yeah. So anyway, it's really exciting. I personally, it was really cool when we started putting this together and talking about it. And one of the main purposes for like having this bake sale and having the students involved is because we have something called the scholarship program here. And the point is for students who, we actually go to summer camp every year, and there's students who can't afford to go to camp. It can be kind of pricey. But I don't know about you, Pete, but like I remember going to summer camp. Pretty cool experience. Changed my life many times.
Absolutely.
And so it's
Best
really,
time of summer.
Oh my gosh, absolutely. Yes. Like the big blob.
I think some of our students got like seriously injured last year at camp though.
We had like 4 down in the
Yeah,
hole, man.
yeah.
They were in the infirmary.
The camp I went to, they had like after a couple of years of going there, they had an ambulance on standby during one of the games that we played every year because like kids would tear ACLs and like get concussions playing it. But we loved it. It was awesome.
I think actually one of our I think Morgan has a slip disc from Tug of War.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So
And then Hannah Banner sliced her hand all
oh
up.
my gosh, yes. Anyway, so crazy stuff. But the point of tonight is to raise money specifically for the scholarship fund. And I cannot tell you as a youth leader how awesome it is to see a student go to camp for the first time if they haven't gone, especially when they're like, hey, can't even afford it.
Right.
You know?
It's
And
life-changing.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. So what's cool is tonight specifically, these students are coming together. Some that are just saying, hey, we want to see money raised for a student to go. So like, it's moved me as a youth leader to see these students step up and say, how can we serve? How can we help? We've gone to camp and it's changed our lives. We want to see other kids' lives changed.
Yeah. That's cool. This past week for me has been like one of the weeks where sometimes like just things go wrong. And especially in worship ministry where we're dependent on so much technology to make things work properly. One little thing going wrong will sometimes mean just a disaster. And this weekend, man, I don't know what it was. We get to church at 3:45 on Saturdays to prepare for Saturday night service, Sunday morning service. And we were there setting up, ran through the four songs as like a dry run. Everything was fine. Sounded good. In our ears, we sounded good. Everything was working properly. We took a 10-minute break, and we came back, and the microphones, so we use an in-ear system so we can hear ourselves in our ears along with a click track, an instrument you might be playing, and only the vocals in our ears sounded like you turned the volume up like 30,000%.
Oh my gosh.
And it was like crazy distortion, like so distorted that you couldn't hear anything else. You couldn't hear the
probably
click track.
deafening, like,
Right, yeah. So we were like, okay, I guess we're going to run this practice without vocals and try and figure it out. We were trying to figure this out up until service started. And finally, right before service started, I thought I fixed it, but it didn't work. Right when we started service, the vocals were doing it again. So we ran all service without vocals. On top of that, we have a click track in our ears that is run from our drummer, and everything is working fine with that until we walked out to start the service. And I'm standing there and I say, "Good evening, Coastal." Well, first I actually said, "Good morning, Coastal." I said, "Good morning, Coastal," at 6 p.m. I said, "Would you stand as we sing?" I give the signal to our drummer to start the first song. Nothing. I'm like, okay, like maybe he's just learning how to use the program.
Right.
Maybe he's just like a little bit slow with the play button. Still nothing. And people are just standing there looking at me, and I'm like, let's pray. So I start praying. I take my mic out of the stand and I walk back there while I'm praying. I turn the laptop around. I'm trying to pray. I don't even know what I prayed. I don't even know if it made sense. And then I'm like pressing play on the MacBook. Nothing's happening. So I walk back to the keyboard, and I'm in my head, I'm like, okay, we don't have click track. We don't have backtracks. Let's just do this and see if it works. So we did the first 2 songs. It was a little bit more difficult not having click track because people were doing whatever they want, basically tempo-wise. But we actually cut early, and then we came back, and I got it working for the last song.
Okay.
We cut a song. So we stayed afterwards to fix it. Me and our producer Blair stayed afterwards to fix it.
Cool.
And Sunday morning came around. Shout out to Blair at Blair Mix That. We came back Sunday morning kind of like feeling confident, like the microphones were working and the click track should have been working. We start service. We walk out and start service. "Good morning, Coastal. Would you please stand as we sing together?" Give him the signal for the track.
Oh, man.
Nothing.
Oh, man.
And I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. I tested it right before we walked out. And I'm like, what is going on here? Like, it just kept failing. So we did the same thing we did Saturday night. We did 2 songs.
Can I say it's demonic wires?
Wouldn't surprise me. Satan is in the wires. So we did the first 2 songs. We came back. I got it working for the 3rd song, just like Saturday night. And then between services, I reset everything, restarted the computer, restarted our interfaces, all that stuff. Finally got it working for second service. And after service, I was like so just like bummed. I was like, man, like it could have been so much better than it was. And then I was talking to people in the foyer, and they didn't even notice. That's the awesome thing about it. Like behind the scenes, like so much happens and things go wrong, and you know, I'm stressing out about this stuff. I was laying in the drum cage during the sermon, working on the MacBook, like laying down like this, so people didn't see me. Some people did. They're like, we just saw an arm coming out from the drums, and we were like, what's going on back there? But like, even when all that stuff goes wrong, I think what's amazing is that people still worship.
Yeah, absolutely.
More than half the time, people don't even notice that something went wrong, or that like on stage we were like, what are we gonna do? Like everything kind of worked out, which was cool. We're going to move into Coastal Connect now. And again, Coastal Connect is a time where we want to highlight a ministry or a person or something going on at Coastal that we think is important for you to know about. And this week, we have a very interesting character.
We do.
Matt, can you tell me a little bit about Pastor Gene, who he is, what he's about?
Yeah. Pastor Gene, where to start? He does everything. I'm pretty sure.
Coolest hats in the world.
Coolest hats in the world.
Ultimate swag.
Absolutely. And like, all I know is I think he still pastors like
Another, yeah.
at another church.
Or I think he's a chaplain, actually.
Chaplain, something like that?
Like a medical facility.
Coolest story I've heard from Pastor Gene is he in New York, I'm pretty sure, right out, where is it? All I know is he does weddings on boats, like yachts. I'm not kidding you. This is what he told me. Dead serious, officiating weddings on yachts. Like it's one of the things he does. I don't know, really, really like different. I'm like,
that's cool.
Wait a minute, Pastor Gene, what? And then like
Like
every
just
time,
yachts? Like, is he not allowed to do weddings on land, or does it have to be at sea?
I don't know. All I know is he's the most interesting man at Coastal Christian.
I agree.
Without a shadow of a doubt.
Definitely. Well, I had a pretty interesting experience with Pastor Gene. I was here on a Tuesday morning, super early, before our staff meeting, and I was walking through the sanctuary, and I saw him sitting there, and I was just working on the keyboard, setting up the keyboard station. And like it was one of those moments where you feel God telling you, like, just go talk to someone. And you start in your head, you're like, I'm tired, I'm doing this. And you come up with reasons not to. And I remember telling the youth group one time, like, you can come up with in 10 seconds, you can come up with like 50 reasons not to do something. Especially when you feel God telling you to do something, you have to just do it immediately. Yeah. And I was like, okay, if I don't know what, like, it wasn't even anything special. I'm just going to go talk to him. And I sat there and I talked with him in the foyer because he was there. It was like 7:30 in the morning. He was there. And I just talked and I learned about his story and where he came from, how he ended up at Coastal, what he does now. And he told me that he sits in the sanctuary every Tuesday morning from 7:30 to 9:30 and just opens the doors and just prays for people
In
to
the
come
morning.
in. Yeah.
It's like-
and he just waits for God to bring
Crazy.
people to him to pray with.
Yeah.
Like, so if you're out there and if you're in Ocean City anytime on Tuesday mornings, like come in and
Tuesday
you can
mornings.
talk to Pastor Gene and he will pray for anything. He's just sitting there literally waiting for you to come and to get some prayer.
And let me give you some picture, like picture this. Okay, who's seen Up? Okay, if you've seen
Best
Up,
movie in the world.
he
Well,
looks
besides
like the old
Inception.
man from Up. Okay, like that's how I would explain Pastor Gene, just with a cool hat.
Yeah, the dude from Up, a little taller. Does the dude from Up have a accent? Does he talk at all?
I
Or
don't
does he
know.
just make noise? I can't
think-
remember.
I don't think he talks the whole movie.
He just
I don't
makes
think so.
noise, like he grunts. He's like, "Ugh," like when he hits the.
Yeah, right? Yeah. Pastor Gene. I don't know if Pastor Gene does that.
That movie makes me cry in the first like 40 seconds.
Yeah, that. Whew, deep. Talk
Yeah.
about the deep end.
Right? Let's go back to the
Let's
deep
go
end real
back.
quick.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
All right, so now it's time to transition into island life. Next segment. Are you? Oh boy. Okay. I think Pete is under the weather a little bit. Is
Me?
that correct? Yeah.
What makes you say that?
Just the fact that you're drinking on the job. Dayquil.
Sponsored by Dayquil. Thank you.
Thank you, Dayquil.
Oh
all
yeah,
your
I meant to add
comments.
that to the back towards the deep end. When
Yeah.
I said everything was going wrong, literally the next day, I woke up like 200% sick, and I'm just kind of coming out of that right now.
200% sick.
200%,
Nice, I like that.
like my whole body, and then another whole body's worth of sickness was in my body.
That I don't even. Okay, I don't even. Anyway, so back to what's going on in OC.
Uh-huh.
So all right, this segment, Island Life, we're gonna talk about what's going on in OC. And interesting enough, if you haven't been here, you probably haven't noticed this, but if you have, they have put up the Christmas lights down Asbury Avenue, and all I can say is that it is lit AC
What's AC?
as Christ.
Lit as Christ. That's what I'm talking about.
Because that's what needs to be lit this holiday season is Jesus.
That's true. Jesus
And-
is the reason for the season, is what they're
Absolutely.
saying. Along with that, something we've been promoting at Coastal, if you've been in any of our services, you know about it. Something that I really didn't know about because we have so many Matts on staff. I always thought it was Matt Mayer or Pastor Matt Stokes or Matt Glancy, but this is called Matt's Stocking.
Different Matt.
Different Matt. And the story about this is a mother who lost her son. And the first Christmas, she didn't know what to do with the stocking. Like, it's such a tragic moment.
Yeah.
Like, when you're unpacking your Christmas stuff and you take that stocking out, you're like, do I hang it? Do I not? Like, that wound is still raw. So what she decided to do was, I'm going to hang it, fill it with presents, and then give it to another family
Yep.
who needs presents. So at churches all over South Jersey, I'm just looking at a list here. You can go on their website, mattstocking.org. You can see a list of every church that is participating. Coastal Christian here in Ocean City on the corner of 8th and West participates. We literally just buy presents and presents and presents,
Yep.
and we give them to this organization. And coming up on December 14th, I think next Thursday at 6 p.m. at Seashore Community Church is a rapping party. And people from all these
Rapping
churches are just
party.
going to show up, and there's going to be rap battles.
Yes.
No, they're gonna wrap all these presents, and they're gonna
Jesse
actually just
Stokes,
go
be
out.
there.
Yeah, they're gonna go out and give these presents to families who need gifts for their kids. It's such an amazing ministry, such an amazing organization.
It
And-
is super cool ministry. Like, oh my gosh, I just thinking of how that started, right?
Yeah.
Like-
oh yeah.
That to me shows like when God's working in someone's life and that like that generous spirit that comes from the Lord. You know what I mean? So really cool.
Yeah.
Interesting that you say that because I have something that is very similar along those lines of giving out gifts and
snap.
yeah, absolutely.
snap.
So at Coastal Christian, we actually have a young adults group, Refresh Young
Shout out
Adults.
to Refresh at Refresh CCOC.
Yes, absolutely. Shameless plug. Shameless, absolutely.
All my plugs are shameless.
Anyway, so one of our young adults, Stephanie Howard, actually works with a homeless ministry called City Lights that I believe her father actually runs and started. And it's in Atlantic City. And their goal is to reach out to the homeless consistently. Not like, I mean, I don't know if you've ever done homeless ministry before where it's kind of like almost like a one and done thing or you help out. But their ministry specifically is how consistent can we be in Atlantic City to reach these people? I mean, it's crazy stuff. Like they'll go out in the warmer weather and they'll tell them, hey, when the colder weather hits, we want to get coats for you guys. So let's take your name and the size of coat you are, and they'll actually go and ask
that's
churches, hey,
awesome.
can we specifically get this coat for this person? Like, how personal is that?
Wow.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I know I have just given stuff to the homeless before, you know, or like clothing drives or whatever. But I love how like they've taken it to the next level of saying how personal can we be. So what's really cool is Stephanie has challenged the youth group here at Coastal and the young adults, as well as some other groups in the area, to pack shoe boxes specifically with a packing list of like simple stuff that you wouldn't even think of, like tissues, toothpaste, deodorant, like simple things. And then we're gonna go out Christmas morning with these boxes and give these to the homeless people. I think like when Stephanie was sharing it with me first, I'm not gonna lie, my first instinct was I ain't got time. Christmas morning.
Christmas Day, yo.
Yeah, I ain't got time for that. But I thought about it, and it's like, if we really are talking about the reason for the season, like Jesus came, he was the perfect gift.
Yeah.
And Jesus came to serve, not to be served,
Mm-hmm.
right? So like, how awesome is it this Christmas to say, hey, you know what? I want to serve and I want to give.
Yeah.
And so it's an awesome opportunity. In fact, some of the youth students are signing up to go, which is really cool.
That's sick.
Like, awesome.
I saw a big pile of presents like sitting
Yes.
or something. I don't know if
Absolutely.
they're presents or gifts or something like sitting in the dolphin room, the multi-purpose room.
piling up slowly.
Yeah. That the junior hires brought, right?
It was actually the junior highs. Yeah,
Yeah, that's awesome.
So
Outdoing the young adults, outdoing the millennials.
Absolutely.
No surprise there.
That's what I'm talking about. So it's really cool. I'm really thankful for Stephanie bringing this to Coastal and saying, hey, let's join up. Let's do it. I mean, it's really cool. So what's actually happening, this adds more awesomeness to the whole thing. We're having a wrapping party December 23rd.
Another wrapping party.
And Chick-fil-A is sponsoring sandwiches
Who's
for the wrapping
beatboxing?
party. I once again, another wrapping party.
Yeah.
Yes. So it's really cool. I love to see that. I really believe that is the heart of Christ, to be a giver consistently.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you don't realize how far that gift could go. I mean, I'm just imagining looking someone in the eyes Christmas morning and saying, Merry Christmas, this is for you, and filling a need.
Yeah.
I mean, because Jesus came to fill needs.
Right.
You know what I mean? So just really awesome, really excited. Yeah.
Well, now it's time for probably the segment that I'm least looking forward to the most, if that makes sense. The super awesome, incredibly amazing, entertaining, unbelievably stupendous, one of a kind challenge time. Thank you.
Yes, I'm ready.
Last week we did A&A, Ask and Answer, and I got smoked. Actually, only lost by one.
I was gonna say it was a close bout.
Yeah, but I think I had the buzzer on my side for a lot of that. But yeah, I only lost by one, and my punishment was to eat sardines, which I coincidentally love. That
worked out so nicely,
Yeah.
actually.
This week, we are doing the Christmas song challenge, where we are going to have 10 Christmas songs played, and the first one to guess it correctly wins. The person who gets the most right wins. The loser has to do, what do we call it? Lone wolf caroling. You have to dress up in a costume, go in a public place, and sing Christmas carols by yourself. And I'm already just going to say I'm going to lose because I don't know Christmas. This is
Do I get to
embarrassing.
pick the Christmas carol that Pete gets to sing?
As a worship director, I am proud that I don't know a lot of Christmas songs because I don't really like Christmas songs that much. I look for really fun renditions of Christmas music to do. Don't give me that thumbs down. I see you. So we got Blair on the buzzer.
Blair, Beatmaster Music, man.
He'll give us the buzz. And here we go. Here's the first song.
Well, the winner does get to pick.
The winner does get to pick the Christmas song.
Okay. Thank you. I'm ready to go.
Have
All I
yourself a
want
jolly
for-
Christmas.
All I want for Christmas is you.
Yeah. You said it right.
Have yourself a jolly Christmas.
Oh, no. You said, what did you say?
All I want for Christmas is you. Ding, 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 ding,
Have
ding.
yourself a dun.
So fast.
Isn't that how it goes? Have yourself a Dang it. She was saying have. I was right.
Was that the continuation there? Okay.
All right. Next song, Mascot 1.
Woo!
Dang it.
On the board.
Let's go.
What is this? You gotta keep playing.
I don't know, a little more.
Wait. If we guess like 2 times, we only get like 2 guesses, right? We can't. I'm just gonna start saying every Christmas song I know.
No, you can't. I think Rocking Around the Christmas Tree.
Walking into Winter Wonderland.
Let it snow. Let it snow. Let it snow. Okay, thank you. I had to compute that one.
Since there's no place to go, let us know, let us know, let us know.
Hey, is that 2-0? Woo, oh, come on, baby.
Next song.
Walking in a Winter Wonderland.
Yes.
Yes.
You're getting smoked.
Yes. Merry
know
Christmas, you
these.
filthy animal. Continue.
All right. Next song. 3-0.
Nutcracker.
I'm dreaming of a white Christmas.
Oh my gosh.
Pete, step forward. You literally have to get the next like 5.
Wait, what if we tie? There's 10 songs. I can get 5 out of the next 6.
You have to get 5 out of
If we tie, we both have to do it.
Oh my god.
Okay. All
I
right.
gotta get
Together or
5 out of
separately?
the next 6 together.
Okay. All right. Here we go. So I need. Feliz Navidad.
This is so unfair. I don't listen to Christmas music.
You have to get all the next 5, right?
Oh crap.
I'm ready. Worship songs he would win. Let's
Yeah,
be
give me
real.
some like Joy to the World.
A little trickier.
It is. That sounded like Motown. I don't know if that was, but
I don't even know a title. I can't even give you a guess.
You want to hear it again?
yeah.
No, just keep playing from where it was.
It's my jam though. I don't know.
I'm dreaming of a white Christmas.
Play a little bit more.
Play a little.
Hang all the mistletoe.
Oh.
Wanna get to know you better.
I don't know.
I
Frick.
don't know.
Next song. Neither of us know it. Skip.
This Christmas.
This Christmas? Is that what it's
It
called?
doesn't count.
Okay.
I don't even know what. I literally never heard that song in my
That's
life.
interesting. I'm gonna use that though for a youth group because our series is called This Christmas. So I'm totally gonna use that.
When
song.
we can also use the Christmas dubstep playlist we found on Spotify.
Ooh.
It's lit AC.
You say it doesn't count for the mics.
It does not count.
Doesn't count.
All right, next song. This, I don't know. You guys, you better be fast. Really fast at this one.
Rocking around the Christmas tree.
Jingle bells. Yeah.
I'll give it to him. It's Jingle Bell Rock. I'll give it to him.
I had the lyrics.
Thank you, Lord.
All right. Okay.
Who
Wow.
bestoweth upon me the
So
knowledge and
is
wisdom.
it 5-1? So I need one
Let's
to
go.
win,
Comeback starting
right? I just need one to win.
on a technicality.
All right, here we go.
Let it snow. Let it snow. Let it snow.
Baby's cold outside.
White Christmas.
Yes. You said baby, it's cold outside.
Yeah. Let's go.
Oh boy.
5-2. I guessed. I guessed.
All right. You guys should know this one too. Here we go.
I've heard there was a secret.
Hallelujah.
chord.
Oh! Hit that horn.
Hit it. Hit it.
Please
hit it.
no! No! Please no! No!
Give me the John Cena. Give me the John Cena.
John Cena.
That's what I'm talking about. That is a win for me. Thank you.
You are fake news.
No, I'm not. I'm the real deal, baby.
Oh
the real
my
deal.
gosh. So, okay, I guess.
Tell him what he's won.
Next week, you will see this challenge in the podcast episode 3 of me, Pete Magazoo, doing lone wolf caroling somewhere in a public place in some costume. I don't even have a costume. What am I going to wear? With a song picked out by
do
Matt.
I get to-
I don't know any songs. What am I going to
pick-
carol to?
I get to pick Pete's costume. So if you guys want to write in and leave some comments on costume ideas, I would love that, as well as maybe even song ideas. We could get, creative here. This could be a lot of fun, Pete. Merry Christmas.
Thanks for watching. Like and share if you can. Comment in below what you think I should wear, a song you think I should sing for Lone Wolf Caroling. Be sure to check us out next week as well in episode 3 to see that challenge on video. Peace out, homies.
That's a wrap.
Ing party.
because it's Christmas.